test the market within like 1 week, or how does your post work, and then does the people actually like you, and what do you need to improve? But if you be so perfectionist, you will never start.
So let's say I want to test a new business idea.
Yeah.
And I go to my Facebook group. What was that first post that you posted that got so much attraction? What exactly did you write there?
I guess this is like marketing basic skill. Like you can Google it. If you can fill in the gap, or be the unique one, or be the first one.
Hi everyone, this is Michael from Modular Agency in Taipei, our tech-focused marketing agency. I'm here with Nessa, project manager at Modular.
Hi everyone.
Today we've invited Susan, co-founder of Bahasa Bule, a language school here in Bali. So I invited Susan to come on a show with us today because she started a language school in the middle of the pandemic, and scaled it up to 100 classes per week with a very small team of just under 10 people. And so far you've taught over 1,000 students, right?
Correct.
And you've done very little marketing. It's all through community building. Mm-hmm. So I want to learn her secrets on how to grow a business through community building with a very small team while spending very little money and time on marketing. So thanks for coming, Susan.
Thank you for having me, Nessa and Michael.
And so the first thing I want to know is, I want to learn your story. How you got started, and why did you choose this education business?
I mean, I was working in a tech company too when I was in Jakarta, and I moved to Bali. And I do realize I really like working with people, and just found that teaching is really my passion. And I was working as a full-time teacher in one of the international schools here in Bali. And through that, I see the potential where, because I'm a teacher anyway, why don't I just teach Indonesian for foreigners, for expats here? Because we have many of expats apparently in Bali. And yeah, and then I started that, and it's been doing really fun. It's a job that I like, and I mean, building your business at the same time means you do marketing, you do working with people still at the same time. So yeah. Everything is in my line, I have to say, yeah.
So this is your passion, and you followed your passion, and we've seen a lot of entrepreneurs who are very successful by following their passion. I think this is one of the keys. I think we're pretty passionate about what we do in Taipei. So you're teaching Indonesian and Balinese to foreigners in Bali, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And most of it is face-to-face, and some of it is online?
Yeah, some of it is online. Some of them are even not touching Bali yet, but they found us for some reason, and they learn from Zoom. And yeah, that works really well. I mean, now especially within pandemic, people get used to learn by online. So yeah, we got many of them from the Europe, from America. So they already started learning. So that is fun for me.
And why do these foreigners want to learn Indonesian?
For them, I guess it's also, I have to say, it's not many people that want to do that, which is a filtered people that I always call. So they usually are very open-minded and really want to embark in the culture. So those people are just willing to learn anytime, and many of them also because of they have the businesses here in Bali, and obviously if you grow your business, then it's easier to communicate with the local anyway.
How do you first started? Like, who was your first students? Like, how do you find them?
That was fun. That was fun to think about it. So I just posted on Facebook in one of the Changus group here, and then I don't know, usually when people post that, there's not that many people who responded, but I got like 100 likes, I think like 200 comments within at the same time. So obviously I got people right away from that. And yeah, and I posted, and the first class, obviously first thing is always awful, right? I just want you to know that you can see me now, but like every first class that I have, it was like it was a nightmare for me to
You
even
were-
remember.
Yeah, you were nervous or not?
I was
organized?
nervous. I don't even know what to do. Not organized. I have the book, obviously, already. I used other people's book before, but yeah, it was just awful. And so you grow, you learn from it, obviously, day by day. And now, yeah. Canggu is a village, by the way. So then word of mouth spread it super fast. It's an easy thing. And up until I get 30 classes a week, which I cannot do it by myself at that time. It was on pandemic. Even on pandemic, we did like, I did 7 classes by Zoom, like nonstop. So there was 7 hours talking nonstop, which is
Wow, that's-
tiring.
Yeah.
That is a fun
Crazy.
job, of course. So then actually one of my best friend, Tamara, she told me like, you need an assistant now. I'm like, what is an assistant? I was so nervous, obviously. I didn't come from entrepreneur's background. So to have an employee was just a big thing, obviously. And I don't know where's the money come from, but I'm like, I'll do it. So then now it grows to the 10 of us. Yes.
So how long did it take you to go from 0 students to now it's like 100, more than 100 classes a week?
Yeah, true. So for the 100 classes, I remember it was, I think, 2022. What year are we? 2023, right? So yes, it was around March. Then we grow right away super fast because I had like 4 teams, 4 people.
4
my
people
team
in your
already.
team.
Yeah, 4 teachers.
Okay, so four teachers currently. And-
Before, yeah.
Oh, before.
Yeah, at that time.
And then now, how many teachers?
Now I have 6 teachers, but now I focus also on marketing finally. So I have 3 marketings with me.
Okay. All right, so this is very interesting. And it sounds like in the beginning you used Facebook to kickstart the business.
Yeah.
And Facebook groups are one of the best places to build a community around your business. And the interesting thing is, it sounds like because you started that way, your business kind of became a community from the beginning until now, right?
Yeah, completely. I mean, we had our Independence Day celebration last August. It was super fun. Everyone just like apparently knows each other well, and then they're just joining Indonesian games. It becomes community again because Canggu is a village. Everyone knows each other here. People who live here knows each other pretty much. So yeah, that's how you build a community. And I mean, good networking skill. I always attend to like everyone's birthday party, everyone's party. I don't know whoever party is. I need to go there, even though I'm actually not very extrovert. I'm very introvert.
Really?
So I have to actually be there, just show my face, and because it's everyone, like my student will be there, and she's like, "Oh, this is my Bahasa teachers," and then so the word gets spread.
Yeah, and this is a very profitable business. Susan doesn't want to share the revenue numbers, but as everyone knows, education business is very profitable, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a really cool case study. You used your face, it sounds like, to go around and meet people, and they were so proud to, your students were proud to share that they go to the school.
Yeah, they do. I think it's also means part of their learning journey, their skills. Like, oh, I try to increase my skill here in Bali, and I also try to involve in the community here. And so then they're very proud with it. They're never scared to say that they're still learning, even though they're 40 or 50. I mean, like all my students are around that age, right?
40, 50?
40, 50, yeah, 20-ish is very rare. So maybe like 30 and above.
No kids, children?
Kids, we tried now, but I guess because our market is already adult part of market, so it's kind of hard to go in, but we're still trying if people request it. Yeah, but not that focus on it. Yeah. So it's very narrow. Our market is very narrow, usually business owners in Bali. So I know many people who are here having business, big businesses even. Yeah. So they are very proud within their learning Bahasa. They're learning Indonesian.
Well, I know a lot of people who are tutors, like freelance tutors, And it sounds like, I mean, and they go years just being a tutor. But what you have done is you went from a tutor and very quickly scaled it to an actual school, right? Like you have a classroom?
Yes, we have our school in Berawa, in very busy area. But yeah, so yeah, it's a school now.
How many classrooms?
We have 4 classrooms.
4 classrooms. Okay, and then you have like 7 classes per day. So
For one person, per
one
person,
classroom.
per one classroom, I'm actually not sure, but yeah, so maybe like we have 6 now, so around 30 classes a day.
So what's the difference between just being a tutor, as a lot of people in Taiwan, they just want to teach English as a tutor. What is a skill set that you have that you were able to go from tutor to actually a business owner or entrepreneur who is making very nice profits now?
Good question. So, I mean, soft skill, not only the hard skill. I guess hard skill everyone can learn from YouTube nowadays. I even learn marketing now from YouTube. But soft skill is the number one, which you have to start. You have to get that first step, because that's the most anxious part of having any businesses to start anyway. If you do like trust your guts and you will be there, and just do it. I think just to start is the best thing.
So just do it. So your soft skill, can you be more specific? Like, what do you mean by soft skills?
So for me, I guess you have, everyone has their creativity, and then if you believe that creativity will actually create something, I really like producing something or creating something. So just, how do you say this? Yes. Let's say you want to have a business, means you know how to talk to people. It's already a soft skill, and means you know how to, like, you know what, I'll just start post on Facebook and I'll just see however it's gonna be. Anything to start is always very scary, very anxiety. Even for me now, for 2023, now I have 10 people with me. I'm very nervous every time. But yes, so if you're great in networking and social skill, I think you're always gonna go somewhere, because that's a business. It's different with tutor, because your job is just to talk, just to teach, right? But if you are a business owner, means you have to put everything yourself. Like suddenly you need to know marketing. Suddenly you need to know making a website, which I'm great at it now. I'm also surprised. So that kind of thing, the creativity, like how do I can accomplish making a website without I even know the skill. So this bridging is the one that very rare people knows actually how to go, because the platform is already there, right? Yeah.
So I think this is where a lot of people get stuck, because they're like, I'm a tutor, I can make money as I want to, I don't have a boss, and they feel really good. But I think a lot of people don't consider the potential of taking a tutoring freelance into an actual business that can make really good money. And then you saw that potential by actually doing those annoying, difficult tasks, like building a website. And
spending many hours.
Yeah, many hours, right? When I learned how to build a website, I mean, I hated it. I spent like 2 days and made so many mistakes. And so you overcame that, I think just because you had the motivation to do it, right? And so one of the secrets of your success is you took the time to do all those hard and annoying tasks that every business owner has to do. At Modular, we do that stuff for our clients because, it takes a lot of time and it's complex. And so it's very cool that you actually went through that whole process and you're on the other side and you're seeing, wow, that was worth it, because now you're able to do marketing and scale up and grow. So let's go back to the concept of community building. Can you tell us what does that word even mean, and how does that connect to growing a business?
So I think first of all, what is your main goal to have this company? That's the most of vision and mission, if that's classified like from when you learn business before. So mine is just, I really want to connect within local and expats deeply, because in Canggu is very difficult at the moment because everyone speaks English well. But then they don't realize they will actually travel to Ubud or to any other part in Indonesia. So they will come back and realize, oh my goodness, I have to actually learn Indonesian now. So, and then the first step is they're already aware about that. Obviously, then you get your market. So the second one now, those people were not even learning for like 20 years, all right? They finished school within 20 years ago. To become those habits, it's a big thing for them. So that's why we always market us as a fun learning part, like classroom always fun. Teachers are also energetic always. And so those kind of thing that makes people feel safe. Oh, you know what? I can learn with them because they are not school. They are more like, I can just having fun and learning at the same time. So that's the community that we get. And then third one, maybe for marketing itself, social media is very important now. Obviously, those people, our students mostly, they all live here and they all are very famous, I can say that. Right? So then we even ask. We never try to ask them like, can you post it? No, we don't. This is our market. We try to do it now, but not before. And they will post it, obviously. Despite whoever, they will definitely like post on Instagram or social media. If they can, if they don't do it, then you can say, hey, is that okay if I post it on Instagram? Then obviously they will repost that. So that's the marketing bubble that comes. And yes, one of if you combine those people, they can already get 500,000 followers, right? So then what is the 1%, which is 5,000 people? So then obviously after that, the conversion is good, right? So you build a community already, but they realize they're learning not only about, I have to achieve this Indonesian skills within 1 year. Sometimes I even want to push that because I'm very serious in learning itself. I have to make it fast, but they want to have fun. They want to Susan, I don't need to learn Indonesian within 1 year. Let me share you about my story of life. So then it becomes how do you say this? A friendship, right? I've become many friends with them. So then obviously because you get deeper relationship with the students, they taught so they will already categorize you as a friend. Then they will talk to you, the friends itself. And the best thing, means the people who are becoming friends means the one that are super nice to you, right? And they are nice people. So if their friends become students, they are also nice people. So then your circle, I have to say, becomes the best people ever. So I have to say it's very rare for me to stumble upon disagreement or whatever towards a student. It's very rare because everyone is understanding each other very, very.
So it's a very happy community that you built.
It is a happy community. It's true. Yeah. So if you have a strong goals or journey, where do you want to go? Of course, if you say A to B, it's easy to see the straight line. But there's no straight line in any part of life. So you will go ups and downs. But keep reminding yourself about what is your end point anyway.
All right, so let me just try to recap. So the first step is you find a Facebook group where people are engaged, right? Because a lot of Facebook groups are kind of dead, and everyone's advertising. But you chose one group where people were actually helping each other out, right?
For sure.
Second thing you did, what's the second?
The second thing is you need to know what is their pain point.
Okay, so you learn that there's a pain point, there's a gap in the market for these older business owners to learn Indonesian.
Yeah.
And then you made it very easy for them to join because they haven't been in school for years. As it could be very intimidating to go back to school when you're 45, 50 years old.
Exactly.
But you made it seem like just a big party,
Yeah.
right?
They will come back because like, oh yes, maybe I'm tired working behind my desk, then now I finally can talk to people. We also like sometimes being there, how do you say that, therapy session. No, I cannot say that.
Like a way to relax. after
Yeah, a
work,
way
right?
to relax after work. They're looking forward towards it. Yeah.
And then maybe you can talk about your classes, what the class is like. So if they can go there and relax, it means that it's not like a lot of tests or very stressful. What's the learning environment like in your school?
I mean, so we always do speaking approach, which conversation wise is like 60 to 70%, I have to say. But what I always want what they cannot learn from the teachers is the one they learn at the classroom. But if they can do it like reading book, I mean, part of readings or part of the learning grammar, you can always do it by yourself, right? So, but they have the motivation. So anything of writings, I always encourage them to do it after the class. We do the tests, we do by Google Form. So
it's very easy.
but you have to involve technology. It's an easy thing because so they practice right away at the classroom. Like I will ask like, how was your weekend? So you have to tell right away in Bahasa, in Indonesian, yeah. So yeah, whatever you cannot do it with your teachers because obviously you learn faster with the teachers, right? But I don't want to focus on the grammar part because they will discourage them to actually learn or just be brave to speak. I mean, in any like, I have to say, this is why Indonesians are also very hard to learn English because every time they speak English, everyone's correct them. So nothing is ever gonna be great. But if you see the surfers here, they all speak really great English. I mean, if it's just a grammar is your problem, then you shouldn't, right? Yeah, just be brave.
Okay, so your community building is just creating an environment where it's fun to learn, where you help your students to overcome the stress and the fear of going back to school. Why are they helping to promote you? Like you were saying that they're all introducing their friends to you. Why are they doing that?
Good question.
Or let's
Maybe
just-
also social media presence. Also, they feel like they're contributing to the local community. So I guess people like to talk about other people.
But I mean, I guess what I want to know is what is the wonderful thing about your school that people love to share with other people on social media or at parties?
Yeah. I also actually don't know about it because I never be the one like that, right? But maybe just because we're nearby, I think, and I actually don't know why.
I feel like it's because they have really positive experience.
Yeah, maybe.
And if you're happy about something, for me, if I'm happy about even something I ate, I will post it online.
True.
So
I don't use my social media that much personally, so I really don't understand this. Yeah.
So I think it's good to always give your clients a positive experience because then they'll share this positive story to their friends, and you'll get more clients after that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nessa. That's a true one. Yeah.
All right, cool. So for other people who are looking to transition from tutoring to starting a small school and using this community building method, could you give us some tips on how anyone can do this in their own country or in their own city?
Good. What do we do? I mean, as a tutor, we are a service industry, right? So you obviously no need to have capital in that sense. But I mean, every business afterwards, you have like now if 100% is the salary for you, but you need to get the percentage now, how much is for the business because not every money now is yours, right? So you have to willing that spend this money for actually building your business. Like I get great revenue, but I also spend so much money now for the buildings, because of the location and etc. I have so much expenses, and I want my teachers are very happy. So because if they're happy means their energy is good, and then it's great for the students too. So obviously you need to sacrifice those, which not everything is about you anymore, but it's also about other people. It's about giving. It's about also, now what my happiness is not because of I'm happy because it's growing, but I'm also happy to see that my teachers are very happy. They enjoy their work. They increase their skills. So, one of them. So, yeah.
Okay. So one of the most important things you did to start your business was you tested the market before you invested any money and time and hired any teachers. Can you talk about your testing process and how anyone can do it?
Yeah. I mean, if you start from small, like again, so businesses, I know maybe if people come from money and they still like, I have this 100 million, let me just put all the money for the business. But again, you will lose a lot too. But if you start from really zero or small businesses, you also have nothing to lose in the first place, right? So test the market within like 1 week, or how does your post work, and then does the people actually like you, and what do you need to improve? But if you be so perfectionist, you will never start.
Okay, but how did you use Facebook to test your business?
When I started, I think Facebook was still a thing. I'm not sure now anymore. Now you can maybe try to use TikTok or try to use Instagram. Which one actually better platform for your? I have so many of my other friends. They do TikTok and they actually enhance or boost their followers more. But for me back then it was Facebook. You really need to update of what happens with the current technologies now, and so start from zero. And then the second step, if you already know what's your market, what is the pain point? I guess this is like marketing basic skill. Like you can Google it. If you can fill in the gap, or be the unique one, or be the first one. Let's say my first one is I'm very efficient person, so I like everything to be simple. If you talk to me within like 2 hours, I will never understand what you say. I will only remember for 10 minutes. So for me, I don't like complicated things. So don't ever make things complicated. So I guess if you keep making your journey smooth, or not journey, like your path, like the first step, I have to do this is, and just like bullet points probably. So if you keep doing that, it will grow something. Every hard work will pay off anyway. So.
Okay, but so let's say I want to test a new business idea.
Yeah.
And I go to my Facebook group. What was that first post that you posted that got so much attraction? What exactly did you write there? Because for people watching, for you, this is like an easy thing, that's obvious. But for the rest of us, we want to know exactly like
what is that?
What was that text like? What was that picture? What did you write in the comments?
Yeah. Oh, actually, this is a good question that I just realized. I have observed this before. People don't like company. So don't sell towards company. Don't sell towards picture. People like people. So share your individual. So what I shared before, I was an international school background, and then blah, 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 and then suddenly people like, oh, she's great. She's not a company. I can trust her because her English may be great, and she has experiences for sure. So people like individual. That's why when Nessa give me testimonial, that's more very approvable to other people than just Nessa tells me about the company itself. But if they're talking about individualistic, they will
people can trust faster
for sure. Yeah. So that's why word of mouth also really great. And after that, you build your word of mouth great. You maintain your capability, your persona, if I can say that.
So you wrote the post.
Uh-huh.
When you wrote the post, you wrote about yourself and what is the service that you provide.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a short post.
It's very short. It's not even 100. Like I'm a lazy person, I have to say. So if you post writing about your drama or story, I will never read that. And I don't think everyone has that time. So whatever makes it like, if you read about us in a website, let's say, you will read the bold ones.
Yeah.
What is
like
the bold ones that can
points?
that shows about you, an individual, not as a company. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then what image did you use?
I don't use any image.
No image.
It's just text.
No,
Just a
not
text.
image. Yeah,
just a
text.
Facebook text post.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And what do people actually comment? Do you remember?
Like, I don't remember. It was.
But you were offering like the first lesson.
Yeah.
next week,
Hi,
something like
I'm offering Indonesian language for someone who wants to learn Indonesian. My background was I was teaching in international school and etc. Yeah.
that. Okay, and everything started from that one post.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
That was amazing to realize that, but I never realized that.
Yeah, so one of the things that we do for our clients is we help them with their content writing. And I think not everyone realizes that in marketing, just text, just words can be so powerful to sell something. Sometimes it's not even about the video and the images. It's just about how do you connect words to someone's heart or someone's brain? So to recap how you did it, at first it sounds like you showed, well, why should anyone trust you, right? And so you posted that you were an international teacher. The second thing is you found a need. So you said if anyone wants to learn Indonesian, and so there was a need. And it sounds like that's actually a framework for copywriting that anyone can use to show your credentials. Once you found the needs, offer the service, and that could be the start of an education business anywhere. Would you say that's pretty much?
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. Yeah. I guess if you do realize also now, if you analyze why TikTok and Reels is only less than 1 minute, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even play them now. I let my staff do that now. So that's the reason people have very short attention span.
Yeah,
I guess that's why you do need only 30 seconds, right? And then writing is also just like something.
It's a
Maybe one
similar
sentence
thing. Yeah.
is more than enough.
Yeah, because when I see somebody post a whole paragraph on Facebook, I don't even read it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Will
Just
you
scroll
will you
down.
read about like for also like comparing? Will you read about the drama, like long paragraph about drama or long paragraph about marketing? Which one will you read?
Not sure. I will put more attention if I know who's writing it.
Exactly. So if it's individual, if it's person, that's why if you see TikTok, it was just based on one person, not even great marketing background. They don't do specifies or
Yeah.
how do you say the high technology video skill. They were just like, hi guys, I just come back from Bahasa Bule, la, 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 and it's like boom, right away, right? It's so funny. It's that powerful. Compare, you have to spend so much money in making it perfect. Ads. I made my own video company profile, but it doesn't work. I made the funny one with one of the influencer here. The way they just like, oh, I just spend, I saved 500,000 rupiah because I can speak Indonesian.
Oh.
Just like a funny video. It was like, I don't know, 10,000 people at least. So that feels, yeah.
Oh.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was like, this works.
Yeah.
It was like maybe less than 30 minutes to record that. Yeah, it was Lawrence.
He's a big influencer. Yeah.
Now, but when I met him, he wasn't that big. It was like TikTok, he was big, but Instagram, he wasn't that big.
He started getting famous because he learned Bahasa. I remember that.
Also like reviewing food about Bahasa. So Lawrence is really a smart guy too. He knows like what Indonesian likes, what the markets are. So if you know, I mean, fill in the gap.
So you actually bring so much value to your students too. Like you
Yeah.
made him famous.
No, I don't make him famous, of course, but he's a great guy that he knows what he capable of and everything. Yeah. He was just a very like quiet, really great already.
So in Taiwan, there's so many people doing this education business, normally through cram schools, for adults, for kids, for learning science, for learning English. A lot of them don't do any of this community building stuff. And I think this is something really valuable that you could teach. What are 3 steps that any language business can take to start to build a community and then grow a business through community, not by spending money on ads or marketing, just through community? Could you maybe break it down into 3 steps?
3 steps is, if you be friends with someone that is very influenced in the community, obviously this person has a strong power. You don't need to be that powerful, but this person has, and you have a great relationship, and everyone will learn or will listen to her or him.
In this case, would it be you?
No, not me, my students. Most of them are influencers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, also. So that's the community. And then my goal within the community is I really want them to practice in that sense. Like if we go for dinner, then they know like who are the intermediate level, the advanced level, so or the beginner, and then how fun to learn was. And just so let them share their not their pains, more like what they've been through about the learning part.
So you take the students out of the classroom, you do dinners with them.
Yeah, we do that. Sometimes we do the events. Yeah.
I think that's a big part of building a community.
Yeah, for sure. You need to. I mean, and then for me, because also my students been people who are living here, especially now in Bali, it's very hard to find people who live here. Mostly they will embark with tourists, and so once you know someone that live here for a long time, so you will be so excited at the same time, right? And you can also share about your businesses, right? So like, oh, I have this gym business, I have this food business, so they can share towards each other. You grow your network. That's my goal, and then everyone knows each other. So that's.
So you're also helping your students to promote their businesses. Yeah. So you're helping each other.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. I definitely love them for like to bring their posters even though I have marketing office in Barawa. So if they put it there, because my other students came to see our school and they're like, oh, what is this fashion store? Like they can see that, right? So.
Cool. So if I summarize community building for businesses, it's basically just caring about each other as people.
Yeah.
Rather than looking at your students as just customers. Right?
Yeah, I will never do. Because for me, I think people come anyway. People come and go. And then if you think about like, I need to get this many people every month, that wouldn't work. Yeah. But if you strongly having this relationship to or care or deepen your relationship with him, then it will grow anyway. Yeah. As a human, we all are humans anyway.
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a great way to end the conversation. So if you are in the education business, figure out ways to care about your students, build a community by going out together, by helping your students promote their businesses. And this is a real, actually, it sounds like it's not scalable, but I think this is a way that any big or small business can grow if they just, humanize the business, as you said, as a word human.
For system, I think like you can copy paste them easily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks a lot for coming and sharing, and it's very interesting.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Nessa and Michael.
So tell us the name of your school again.
Oh yeah, so my school name is Bahasa Bule, and we provide Indonesian, English, and Balinese now. We're partners with many influential businesses in Bali, if you can see in our website. And yeah, our goal is just like to spread Indonesian language around the world, hopefully.
Okay, Bahasa Bule, go to Google and you can find Susan's school, and yeah, give it a shot. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See you in the next video.
See you.